first of all, a wealth of knowledge.
And because of his wealth of knowledge, you can learn a lot from him.
He really wants to be involved, and it's not from a micromanaging standpoint, it's from being really educated and aware of all the facets that are going on in the town.
He brings a joy, a passion, a commitment to all things Yountville.
He has the confidence that it will happen and the patience to make it happen.
He blurred the lines between professional and resident, and I don't think there's a more hardcore Yountvillean than Steve Rogers in the very best sense of the word.
Steve loves this town.
I think Steve's leadership style really is in his DNA, and it comes from his Midwest upbringing, in my opinion, because he's always friendly, welcoming to people, wants to please people.
I was pretty young as far as it relates to being a department head in a city structure or town structure, and he took a chance on me, and I think that we can both say it paid off.
Speaking from the staff perspective, he has given us a place that we can call home. I think we feel like a family, we work very well together, and not all leaders can do that.
He kind of holds your hand when you need a little hand-holding.
He is such a great coach. He is a teacher. He's always there to help and inspire me to be a better person.
Steve has made me a better person by making me understand what it means to help in the community and get involved. It was never anything I thought I would do until I moved to Yountville.
I was a single parent of a 3-year-old when I came here, and it was rough, and Steve really worked with me to make sure that I could do everything I needed to do and be involved in my son's life.
He's always available for a walk, a cup of coffee, and a scone, and to sit down and listen to whatever anybody has to say.
Even before he came on as town manager, in his interview, he was making suggestions about how we can improve our community and improve the communication that we've had.
He has led us through earthquakes,
Fires,
droughts, floods,
and unfortunately a shooting.
and now a pandemic. So they're more than contributions. Steve has really been a hero.
He always has his wits about him, and that makes everyone else calm.
Kiwanis and Focus and the elementary school and all of the things that Steve does outside of what would be considered his job or his work time is just really impacted the town on so many levels.
Many people don't realize town managers, city managers usually only work in a community for 4 or 5 years. Steve's been here for almost 16, and that tells you about his integrity, his intelligence, and his dedication to Yountville.
Steve and I both went to school in Kansas, and that always reminds me of the story of the Wizard of Oz. At the end, Dorothy was told that she could go back to Kansas, and she said goodbye to her traveling companions one by one. When she came to the Scarecrow, she cried and said, "I will miss you most of all." Steve is my Scarecrow because of his wisdom.
He has set the bar so high with his management style that I don't know how we'll ever replace him.
People may ask how I got into local government, and I have the unique opportunity to either thank or blame my parents, depending on the perspective. But growing up in a small town in Michigan, my parents were both involved in local government, and they were also active in their local chambers. So I grew up with an expectation that you needed to contribute and give back to the community. And I think that may have influenced so much of why I combine a lot of elements. It's just how I know how to do the job. I'm looking forward to continuing to participate in resident activities, joining the chamber as an associate member, and just relaxing a bit, and then keeping active, and probably a higher level of community volunteer work will continue yet.